What's the answer? Well, how about removing the cause of the problem? I hear all the time people say, what's the solution? But the world's kind of awash with solutions that lead to more problems, that demand more solutions. The sensible thing surely is to remove the cause of the problem, and then the problem must go away because its cause is gone. And this is the cause of the problem. Human perception has conceded itself to a programmed sense of reality. This is the cause. This is removing the cause. Expanding our minds beyond the programmed postage stamp consensus and realizing that that's just there to hold us in perceptual servitude, in limitation, and to stop us becoming the true magnitude of who we are, and access all that wisdom, all that insight, all that knowing. That's just waiting for us. Just an open mind away. As the Buddha said, as I mentioned earlier, the mind that perceives the limitation is the limitation. The cult knows this. It knows that if it can get us to think limitation, perceive limitation, we will experience limitation. We're imprisoned by walls because we believe in walls. Because we're taught to believe in walls. We're taught to believe in it's not possible. And behind it, driving it, is this Wetiko consciousness that can only control us by limiting our sense of reality and our sense of our own power. And so it works constantly through its totally Wetikoed agents and operatives to entrap human awareness in the frequency of Wetiko control, and thus to feed us our perceptions, our sense of reality, our sense of self-identity, which suits, obviously, the agenda of control. And what Wetiko does is it sets up electrical circuits in which Wetiko fights Wetiko. So this is Wetiko fighting Wetiko. This is Wetiko fighting Wetiko. And it creates this electrical circuit between two aspects of Wetiko that think they're opposing each other, and creates this circuit of mutual empowerment of the Wetiko consciousness. What you fight, you become. It's a phrase I've been using for a long, long time, and I just see constant evidence of it. What you fight, you become. How often do you see some group apparently resisting an imposition, and very soon they become a mirror of the imposition in their behavior and their actions? And we need to take into account from deeper in the rabbit hole how these Wetiko fighting Wetiko situations are generating the, if you like, food source, the empowerment source of this Wetiko consciousness. So in the Matrix movie, when Morpheus held up the battery and said this, the Matrix is a computer-generated dream world built to keep us under control in order to change the human being into one of these, he was speaking a profound truth. Because Wetiko is low vibrational consciousness. It resonates to the low vibrational emotional states of fear, of anxiety, of resentment, of revenge, all these low vibrational states. And because it's operating in those vibrational states, to get energetic sustenance, it has to absorb those frequencies, because it cannot access higher frequencies, because never the twain shall meet, like radio stations, as I mentioned earlier. And so to empower itself, it has to draw human consciousness into its frequency state, and the emotions and the thought patterns that we give off into its frequency state, so that actually we become the food source